Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
And hello, everybody. Welcome once again to an edition of Dynasty Pro Wrestling's Adrenaline. I'm the Mad Genius, Brian Kitty. I'll be joined by my broadcast partner, the man himself, RJ DeLuise, in just a minute, as we are going to be coming to you with matches from Chapter 2, All Hail the King. We had our first appearance of our heavyweight champion, Mike Verna, and his let's say, legal counsel, PJ Stackpole, since he became champion back in August of 2015. But before we get to any of that, as well as a tremendous triple threat women's match, we got to introduce the brand new general manager of Dynasty Pro Wrestling. So let's get to the ring and check it out.
Mike, welcome. Congratulations on your role here at Dynasty, and just tell us what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you're looking to do here as the new general manager of Dynasty Pro Wrestling.
I'm excited to be here. I've been a wrestling fan all my life, and I just can't wait to bring the best wrestling that there is to offer and the best athletes to Dynasty.
You know what? You're definitely reflecting the vision that I know started this company back a few years ago.
But we run this company. From day one when we came here, we ran this company. And now that Mike Verna is your first inaugural and only heavyweight champion, we are the kings of Dynasty.
been some time, man, since the last time I've seen you. My friend, I'm not going anywhere tonight.
You don't deserve a title shot tonight.
Please speak clearly!
If you beat your opponent tonight, I will put you in a #1 contenders match.
Excuse me?
In June.
What? Why?
The Dynasty fans want a fighting champion. They deserve a fighting champion, and they're going to get a fighting champion.
Yeah, that's right.
The Dynasty fans want a fighting champion. They deserve a fighting champion, and they're going to get a fighting champion.
Not tonight, not on my night.
You know what? I think you should stop being a little bitch.
He gets his #1 contender. We have the night off finally. Thank you.
No. Rams deserve a fighting champion. You're going to have a match. As a matter of fact, you're having a match. Right?
All right, well, the match is set right now. Kyle Brand hitting the ring, and we are underway. There's the bell, and we are underway. Joining us ringside, the elite athlete, Mike Orlando. And Mike, you have clearly sent a message here that you are looking not only to get back in the ring with the champion, as you said, screwed over at the last event by a cheating Mike Verna, the Man of Steel. Man of Steel had no intentions of wrestling here tonight. Oh, and a drop kick outside the ring by Kyle Brand. He is too rad here tonight. PJ Stackpole trying to say that Mike Verna would not be wrestling tonight, and new GM Mike King, having none of it, has put him in a match immediately, and a crossbody to the outside. Kyle Brand is loosening up the champion, getting him ready for a potential June matchup against the elite athlete Mike Orlando, who feels he should be the one in contention for the title.
I feel the same way. Do you not? Was I not screwed?
How did you move to the end of the line? I don't understand how that works. You clearly put in the work to get to the finals. You beat 2 other guys.
We all realize that, okay? But in life, you never, ever get easy access to the top. I don't mind working hard. That's what I do as a person every single day. Mike Verna takes the easy way out. Sure, to make it.
Well, that's a fair point by the elite athlete, and there he goes, Mike Verna, classic Mike Verna, the Man of Steel, taking advantage of the situation, knocking Kyle Brand to the floor. Kyle Brand seems to be holding on to that knee right now. Well, PJ Stackpole has been known to get involved in the action on ringside here, and referee Rob Vincent trying to get in the way there, and now, the elite athlete standing up to get a better view of the action here in our opening contest. This is Chapter 2, All Hail the King. PJ Stackpole says, I hope you're watching, to the elite athlete. He's watching all right.
A very fat version of Lex Luthor.
That's certainly true. I would agree with that.
My girlfriend thinks he's a very ugly man.
Well, the elite athlete bringing out his lovely girlfriend, who had some very strong words for the Man of Steel, saying to him to stop being a B word. That was a little bit of a adult language being used here, but this is Dynasty Pro Wrestling. This is not for the faint of heart, ladies and gentlemen.
We're taking this to the next edge. And one thing I've realized about taking things to the next edge is that
huge suplex on the outside by the Man of Steel. Now getting back in the ring here.
He would never do that to me. He would never do that to me.
No, there's no way he's getting you up in the air like that. Kyle Brand, not the same size as the elite athlete who's been training as hard as anyone. You'll see him on social media training as just as hard as anybody in the pro wrestling game. He wants back at Mike Verna here in Dynasty Pro Wrestling a chance to assert himself in the heavyweight title hunt. And right now we have a 6 count on Kyle Brand, who is outside on the mat on the outside of the ring.
See that, babe? Taking the easy way out.
And no, he's in before 10. Kyle Brand at the last possible moment rolling back under the bottom rope, and he's back in the ring. But he is worse for the wear. Mike Orlando not looking good. Oh, and a huge Superman spin, if you will, just dropping him unceremoniously onto his back, going for the cover, lateral press, leg hooked, and only 2.
You know, that's the thing about Mike Verna. Do you see how strong he is? Do you see the athlete he is?
Very strong. Well, and that's a fair point. I mean, he takes the shortcuts whenever possible. We saw him go through the tournament where he became heavyweight champion on our last event, and he was absolutely using every rule in the book, breaking every rule in the book to defeat you when you had played it straight the entire night, asserting yourself as the alpha male here as far as I'm concerned in Dynasty Pro Wrestling. But Mike Verna just willing to do a little bit more of what it takes to be a champion here. And not to say that you certainly won't have your opportunity. You have to win your match here tonight. The gauntlet has been set. What a devastating maneuver from Mike Verna here at his appreciation night.
I don't care who my opponent is. I don't care what kind of match they want. Wasn't realized tonight is that Mike Verna is one champion that this state does not need.
Wow.
That's my goal.
Strong.
State to state.
Well, strong words.
Less people like Mike Verna. We don't need to cheat to win. It's the way athletes cheat to win. I've won championships. I'm captain of teams. I'm not letting people like Mike Verna take over wrestling.
And we are now in a sleeper type scenario where Kyle Brad is just being the life choked out of him in the center of the ring. Nowhere for him to go. Can't get to a rope to break this up. And it's RJ Deloise alongside the elite athlete Mike Orlando and his lovely valet. Oh, these fans. Mike Orlando leading these fans to get Kyle Brad, willing him back into this matchup. And we have a Miss New York on our hands here. I mean, that's not just any girlfriend, right? I mean, it's a very exciting deal here for Dynasty Pro Wrestling. Very exciting. We are very happy to have you here ringside. It's a real honor.
Calling in on the independent scene as well.
Well, fair enough.
Busting her ass as well. And that's why she's not afraid to step up to Mike Verna tonight.
Oh, hung him out to dry on the top rope. Clothesline from Mike Verna in complete control here over Kyle Brad, sending a message to the elite athlete. Ooh. PJ Stackpole stepping to the elite athlete and quickly backing away. Only a 2 count. Mike Verna not happy with Rob Vincent's count. Back to a quick lateral press and only 2 again. Well, this is our opening contest here in Chapter 2, All Hail the King, Dynasty Pro Wrestling, coming to you live from the Albany Boys and Girls Club. After a long hiatus, finally, Dynasty Pro Wrestling back here in the Capital District to bring the fans here what they want. And the elite athlete is looking determined here, staring down the elite athlete, staring down the Man of Steel, Mike Verna. We were told it would be Mike Verna Appreciation Night, but no one's appreciating the... Oh, look out! Kyle Brad rolling him up! Only 2. You gotta like the advantageous pin attempt by Kyle Brad, dodging those elbows from the Man of Steel, and now Man of Steel head of steam. Misses the clothesline in the corner. Kyle Brad, no stranger to the Dynasty Pro Wrestling roster. Huge running elbow, another one coming. Throwing the whole weight of his body into Mike Verna. And a Hurricane Rod in the middle of the ring has him hung up. The best opportunity yet for Kyle Brad here. The elite athlete saying, finish him off.
You see him?
Well, he's holding on to that center rope, or top rope there, trying not to get whipped. Sent off Kyle Brad, leg lariat to the face.
I hope he knocks his teeth down his throat.
Wow.
I personally hope, I really do hope.
Well, that is not a way to appreciate the heavyweight champion on Mike Verna Appreciation Night.
There's room that appreciates him.
But he grabbed the rope. Great ring awareness. You have to give it to him there. Great ring awareness by Mike Verna.
He's a great wrestler. He's one of the best out there. But why he does the things he does, I don't understand.
Well, his strategies are certainly in question. You are not the first person to question the thinking behind.
He used those strategies on.
Well, and like you said, you are an NCAA athlete. You don't take shortcuts. You view the rules as a part of the contest here. You would not dare act the way that Mike Verna does. Oh, big scoop and a slam from Mike Verna. Almost 3. Almost 3. You gotta like that from Kyle Brad. You like Kyle Brad not giving up here in this opening contest.
Not Mike Verna.
Not willing to back down. Has been taking the brunt of the Mike Verna offense here in our opening contest, and clearly looks worse for the wear. But Mike Verna throwing him into that top turnbuckle face first, unceremoniously. Now looks like he is about to chop the chest, and yeah, there it is. Wow, the Man of Steel.
He's for Man of Steel, and that hurts him, huh?
Yeah,
it hurts him hitting a little man's chest.
It shouldn't.
He's a champion and a half.
It's a very good point. It's a very good point.
Let's go, Kyle!
These fans here cheering, let's go, Kyle, trying to get Kyle Brad back into this contest. He has him hooked for that superplex, but punches to the midsection from Kyle Brad, knocks down Man of Steel. Mike Verna for now. Runs right into that boot from Kyle Brad. Two-red Kyle Brad now. What's he up to here? Oh no. Not where you want to be. Oh no. Oh, this is going to be it. A modified cloverleaf applied in the middle of the ring. Oh, that'll do it. That's got to do it here, folks. That's going to be it, I think. Here comes the elite athlete, Mike Orlando, up to the ring apron. Talking to Mike Verna, getting right in his face. PJ Stackpole now stepping up. That could have been it right there, but now Kyle Brad looking for the opportunity, the quick roll-up. Well, clearly the interference, the distraction by Mike Orlando. Well, this was a non-title defense, so the title does not change hands. But Kyle Brad with the upset victory here. What an opening match, RJ! What an opening match, Brian Katie. You were supplemented here at ringside by the elite athlete.
I was allowing Mike Orlando to air his grievances because he had to get off his chest, and now seems to have a one-upmanship right now on Mike Orlando.
I'm very happy to see you here, Brian Katie, but I got to say, having Miss New York here was a real pleasure.
Man, two-rad Kyle Brad picking up the victory with a bit of a surprise there with the appearance of the elite athlete Mike Orlando throwing off the one and only champion in Mike Verna. We'll see what happens down the road between two-rad Kyle Brad and the real-life Man of Steel Mike Verna. But coming up next, our main event of the evening, a triple-threat women's match. Helen Vale, Tequila Rose, and the powerful Storm. It's coming up next on Adenaline.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told, to my delight, my Deloise delight, as it were, that joining me at the announce table, which means goodbye, Mr. Man, and if you guys can help me, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, na 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 na, hey hey, get the freak out of here, you're a mess, leave it. Yeah, get out of here, Mr. Man. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't need your services. We have an upgrade at the announce table from Mr. Man. Of course, anything would be an upgrade. Please welcome at this time, Chase Del Monte.
RJ, you are looking very handsome in that hat. It suits you.
I feel great in it, and it's a real pleasure to have Mr. Man gone. Honestly, I would have taken anyone here ringside who wasn't Mr. Man.
You have bell duty. Thank you, security. Security right there. Johnny on the spot with the bell. We appreciate it.
The bell has been rung, and we are underway in this triple threat matchup here in the Diamonds division.
Could you tell me once again how many Helen Vales are actually in the ring?
Well, that's the thing. I was picking up the card from my fallen comrade, Brian Cady, and when I picked up the card, it had a different order for who was coming out there, folks. This is what happens when you're doing a live wrestling
Because I don't know if you noticed, but Helen Vale actually came out in a veil.
Well, that's the thing. It was a veiled compliment, actually, that I gave her by having two different people announced as her. But Tequila Rose, make no mistake, a veteran of the MAC game, here to look like team up against Storm, which I think is good strategy.
This Storm, she looks like she might impose her will somewhat.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, she's physically dominant. She has not been wrestling for a long time, but she's been working out pretty much nonstop.
Clotheslines there. Shade is the Ultimate Warrior.
Wow.
She is imposed.
There's no effect on Storm, and Storm just
Helen Vale, you're going to have
shoving
to come
her
harder.
Oh, those attacks are doing nothing to Storm. Oh, caught her midair. Look out,
baby!
Scooping a Storm slam, kick to the midsection from Storm, and now scooping her up.
Tequila Rose as well.
And there might be some Tequila Rose.
Tossing her down like those are some shots there, RJ.
There's going to be some Tequila Rose shots after the party, I think, here tonight.
A crucifix. Well, she's trying. She's trying. Storm not going to go.
Well, Helen Vale using the momentum.
Lost a match for herself there. She's got to be careful.
Yeah, you can't be kicking your opponent into someone else and letting them pin them. That is not a position you want to find yourself in a triple threat matchup. But
geez, we got a cluster in the corner here. Here comes Storm. And
Storm up and over. Tequila Rose. Well, she takes care of Storm, which is a great idea. You get Storm out of the ring, and then you focus on the other opponent who's a little bit more your size.
Isolate and attack.
That's what you want to do, and you're no stranger to those kinds of matchups, Chase Delmonte. 1/3 of the Mill City Hooligans joining me here ringside and making a real statement here in New York from a New England superstar of the highest level, and East Coast is very familiar with Chase Delmonte, of course.
Mill City Hooligans, we do represent the upper echelon of professional wrestling. We're always looking to expand our reach. So I thought, there was a show here. RJ, we've been friends for a very long time, so I figured let's go see what all the hubbub is about.
Well, we're glad to have you, and I'm certainly glad to have you here ringside.
She's right back up, though. And a code breaker. Shades of Chase Delmonte.
Yeah, stealing something out of your playbook there, Chase.
Stay out of my trash, Helen Vale.
Yeah, she's trying to pick up where you
get into my car.
Wow. Yeah, I would definitely invite her to my car. There are some beautiful women here in the Diamonds division.
Beautiful roll through. Helen Vale showing some technical prowess here.
And more than the technical aspects of this matchup, Chase Delmonte, you're very familiar with my feelings on women's wrestling, and RJ DeLuise only has one feeling about women in the ring together, and that is va-va-voom. Okay, and that's what's going on here tonight. Some DeLuise divas out there going at it.
DeLuise Diamonds.
Oh!
With the leg drop right across the head. We used to call that the meat grinder.
Wow. Weird taunts from the crowd.
Yes.
Helen Vale up to the second rope now.
This is 2016, people. Those kind of taunts aren't allowed.
Helen Vale looks like she's about to go for a ride. And the knees!
Caught the knees. Changing the complexity of the match, RJ.
Well, now Tequila Rose
very proud of herself.
In control. And
a Rose by any other name still tastes as bad as tequila.
Yeah, well, it's, which is somewhat delicious depending on your perspective on things.
Storm's just out here licking her wounds, RJ. We can't forget about her.
Well, the thing about Storm is she does not have the amount of ring time that the other two competitors in this matchup have, but what she does have is extreme athletic prowess, and that will become a factor here in this matchup as it goes longer.
Tequila Rose just lighting up Helen Vale with these elbows in the corner.
And she's imposing her
isolated
will.
And right where she wants her.
Yeah, she's imposing her will right now.
Storm's still down. She should go for a pinfall here, but she is just sashaying around the ring.
Well, really making a statement here in the Diamonds division, has her boot right across the mouth of Helen Vale.
Helen Vale needs to get something together here. And Storm still nursing that back.
And whipped out of the corner there by Tequila Rose, who's now going to lock in the
chin lock.
Yeah, underneath. Got to make sure that doesn't degenerate into a choke.
Helen Vale getting pretty close to that rope there. Tequila Rose just screwing with her, though. Just letting her get close before wrenching her back into the middle.
Oh, putting that leg over. That's excellent strategy, Chase Delmonte.
Shooting the legs.
Oh, we're grapevining it now.
Changing it to a body scissors. Technical prowess showed by both of these women. I'm very impressed here, RJ.
Yeah, you don't see this kind of women's action everywhere, Chase, and this is exactly the kind of stuff that we see in the Diamonds division, though. These women are extremely talented athletes, very technically sound. Just trying to reverse out of it, trying to roll out of it, but can't get it done.
For a Texas tumbleweed.
Gets her on her back.
Back into a pin, broke the hold. Right into the clothesline, though. And finally, we get a cover. Helen Vale not staying down, though, Mark.
Only a 2 count from the official in the ring, and now looks like an Irish whip's coming here for Helen Vale into the corner. Tequila
Out she
Rose.
comes. We might have a backbreaker here, RJ. Showing off some strength of her own. Maybe sending a sign to Storm, saying you're not the only one with your muscles.
Well, it's a good point. She's obviously looking to be the stronger individual in the ring between her and Helen Vale.
Gingerly getting up here in the corner.
Yeah, she did something to her back, I think, Chase. She's really favoring that lower back area, and I don't know
Going for a suplex blocked in the ring. Helen Vale now going for a suplex again, blocked. A trifecta of suplexes.
Well, they're just reversing after reversing, just dancing there in the middle of the ring.
Catch can wrestling.
Well, I don't know. Storm's in a bad way here, Chase.
And finally we get that suplex.
Really having trouble getting under that middle rope is Storm, and now in the ring is Tequila Rose unaware.
Like she's back up and ready to run roughshod over these 2 diamonds. Big boot.
And
from
Storm,
the big imposing Storm.
Really looking strong here. Oh, another boot to the midsection. Here we go.
Seems like
this is like a
her
torture
bark was
rack.
worse than her bite.
Oh, there's no way.
That's got to be it, RJ. Storm with the big victory. Quite the enigma. Where did she come from? Where does she hail? Where is she going? Why am I still asking questions?
All reasonable points, Chase Delmonte, and that Diamonds Division matchup had everything we would hope for. Technical prowess, strength, and of course beauty. Storm picking up the victory here.
Don't forget, a storm is a-brewing.
All right, folks, that'll do it for this edition of Adrenaline. Don't forget to check out more great action next time. For my partner, RJ DeLuise, I'm the Mad Genius, Brian Katie. We'll see you next time on Adrenaline.